Welcome to today's edition of the show podcast.
Creighton head coach Greg McDermott was suspended for his use of the word plantation in a locker room speech this week. He since apologized and regretted this use of the analogy. However, one of his star players stood up for him on Saturday night when speaking to the media. Marcus Zagorowski said the team will continue to fight together on the basketball floor. But his opening remarks after their game Saturday night left an impact. Obviously it's a real sensitive topic, Zagorowski said. A lot of guys in that locker room were hurting from it, and I was hurting from what he said. But at the same time, Coach Mac, he has been a huge mentor for me. And I know he would take a bullet for me and everybody in that locker room, including the coaching staff. I just want to make that point across to whoever's watching. Obviously the whole situation is real tough. It's a sensitive topic. But I just wanted to say, I know he made a really bad mistake with what he said. But only I know everything he's done for me as a player, but more importantly as a human being. He loves me. He loves everybody in that locker room. He's shown that every single day that I've been on this campus, since June of 2018. That's my coach. And I love that dude. People make mistakes. That's my guy. McDermott, who is currently in his 11th season at Creighton, apologized for using an inappropriate analogy with plantation while addressing his team in the locker room after the game. The Blue Jays head coach initially released a public apology for his post-game comments, but senior leaders on the team felt that wasn't enough. That's when the decision was made to suspend McDermott from all team activities, including the team's game against Butler this weekend. Following the news that he had been suspended, McDermott went on Twitter and reacted to the news. The Creighton head coach owned his mistake and accepted his punishment. "I made a mistake and I own it," McDermott tweeted. "Mistakes come with consequences and I accept and agree with the suspension." The full apology from McDermott, including the full analogy, can be read below. On February 27, after an emotionally tough loss on the road, I addressed our student athletes and staff in the post-game locker room and used a terribly inappropriate analogy in making a point about staying together as a team despite the loss. Specifically, I said, "Guys, we got to stick together. We need both feet in. I need everybody to stay on the plantation. I can't have anybody leave the plantation." I immediately recognized my egregious mistake and quickly addressed my use of such insensitive words with the team, McDermott wrote. "I have never used that analogy and it is not indicative of who I am as a person or as a coach. I am deeply sorry. I have apologized to our student athletes and to our staff, as well as to President Hendrickson and Director of Athletics Bruce Rasmussen.